Okay, it's the day before Halloween, October 30th, if you didn't already know, Tuesday. Doing a dry run. I had to replace a projector. It just came in like an hour or two ago. So let's go through everything, shall we? What broke and what happened this year. There we have the praying mantis. That's new for last year, really. The internal lights, which aren't just light bulbs, blew out. So I had to hack something together. We'll fix that. The turkey power supply blew out. They're not sealed. Both Gemmy products. Gemmy, in my opinion, no good. New for this year is the big eyeballs. That's 7 feet wide. And you'll see Frankenstein on the window above. A tufa. And as always, as I mentioned, turkey is around the corner of the house because Thanksgiving is around the corner. What do we got here? All new for this year. A 12-foot articulating dragon. Head movements. And who could forget the awesomeness starting, I think it was last year, of the skeleton that comes out of the ground. You can hear the noises. There's just so many new noises this year. So, but this looks really cool. Next year I'm going to use a more transparent screen because the projector's a little stronger this time around. And before I forget, there's the bat above the house. And there's the electric panel going off. I always forget to show that for some reason. So let's go on to the next thing. Got the cat with the shifty blue and green eyes. You may not be able to hear it too well, but there are cat noises. Like I said, there's so many noises going on right now. Next year I'm going to move the noisy stuff away from each other so you can more separate it. This is a tombstone projector housing I built on Sunday afternoon, so I cut it out, painted it. I didn't get to make a custom tombstone top, so I just threw this lit mummy face, some bones and stuff here. The pumpkin, another Gemmy product with a blown out internal lighting system. It took me an hour to fix, hack together something for that. Scarecrow, he always seems to be getting forgotten. Witch Brewing, rest in pieces. The big snake. These lights are new. Last year was just orange light bulbs. This year it is LED, orange, purple, flashing back and forth. Spinners that light up the tree. One thing I'm really proud of this year, let's see if you can't see it.
Cold, dark, and stormy nights. It lays in ruin, run down and overgrown. But to all of us ghosts,
there's a couple of scenes here where they sing. You can either have 3 props and all 3 ghosts, blue, green, and one other color, I forget, will sing side by side, or you can have them here, swap off. If I ever add more, if I ever add 2 more props, I can do that. But I'm pretty sure you can hear that in the background. Really cool, I think. Again, Spinny. That Spinny used to just sit in front of that to take care of what was broken. Okay, again, the purple and orange Spinnies. This got knocked over. I'm going to have to put a brick under it to hold it. But basically, it lights up and jobbles around when people come up to it. The Halloween flag, which I always forget to mention, not a big deal. That is a 12-foot pumpkin. Excuse me, 10-foot pumpkin. I got that and that thing right there for 15 bucks at a yard sale after Christmas for a moving sale. That lit pumpkin probably $60 to $100 on its own. Now this is a 2-4, more Spinnies there. And all those orange lights that I did have going up the driveway are now here. Adds a nice light. Here you get a 2-4. You get the pumpkins and you'll have the Sculptronics. Also have Paranormal Activity on the side of the house. See if I can't zoom in on the evilness. It looks really cool. The camera really doesn't do it justice. Or at least the LCD on the camera doesn't do it justice. Keep this here for another few seconds so you can see Skulltronics and the beginning of this hole in the house. If I didn't have vehicles in the driveway, I would do that to the garage door. It would be a much better effect, I think. However, this is what I got. I could do a dry run test on the garage door. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. And here comes Skulltronics. Alright, let's move on. This is it on the garage door. And I gotta say, it looks really awesome in the garage door. I think next year, if I can move my truck somewhere out on the street safely, so it's not in the way of anything, I may very well put this on the garage door next year. So that way it can be seen. Let's take another look. This is our spotlight mode. There's spotlight and flashlight. As you can imagine, the flashlight would just be a little circle dot. Let's take a look here.
Don't stay too late in the pumpkin patch, or you may find that you're never coming back. What's that eerie voice in your head?
Little hairy critters there. Looks pretty awesome. So awesome. I'm done buying the $30 projectors though. That's what I have in the bedroom. They just don't have the power and they don't last. Because you're overdriving them to making them work. Look at that. Try to add one thing a year, sometimes two. This year I did add two things. Actually, this is a third. But it was an $8 spend for this effect. $8 is reasonable.
Don't stay too late in the pumpkin patch, or you may find that you're never coming back. What's that eerie voice in your head? Don't fall asleep when you wake up dead. Stay too late in the
That's so awesome.
patch, and you may find that you're never coming back. What's that eerie voice in your head? Don't fall
I can easily move these barrels, move the truck elsewhere, and this will look awesome. Here we have the trick-or-treat pointing sign to the front door. I'm sure kids don't need that to know where the candy is. Some tombstones, those are new. I bought a clearance at Home Depot. I could have made them, but after the price and labor of the materials, didn't make a lot of sense. I got another one there. Got the fogger machine, it broke. I fixed it earlier, I'm gonna have to make another adjustment to it, but it'll fog up the yard. And has a little strobe in front of it, but need to hit the pump with a hammer to get it going, it seems. Bruce said hitting something with a hammer didn't fix it already. This here, the lights aren't working in it this year for some reason, don't know why. Always lights problems. You got a few spinners there, again. The Reaper, Pumpkin Reaper, the eyes again, and you can see the paranormal people clawing at the window. Again, the electric, and the Bride. Let's see if you can hear it. I can hear it. I'm hoping the camera's picking it up. I'm getting a more powerful speaker, hopefully in the mail tomorrow. Yet another one. And this usually goes off when the sound is loud enough. Oh, there it goes. The Witch's Bride, the Ghost Bride, sets it off with the loud noises. But I stole the louder speaker for here for the talking ghost in the front yard. Dancing skeletons, let's make sure we get that. You can see some of the smoke here. I might have to pick up a more powerful fogger. And another vast improvement last year is the monster in the box. Last year I used a low power projector in the lawn to flash in the front. This year I cut a hole in the front of the box, put some dollar store chains on it. I think I might have had it last year, but in a crisscross up top. Right now it's orange Fury eyes, and it'll switch to Green Goblin as well. I couldn't decide which one I wanted more, so I'm doing both. Last year used an actuator to just pop the hood up and close at a constant rate. This time I have a windshield washer motor. a windshield wiper motor, I should say, with a variable cam for rates and heights and stuff like that. There's the green. And it'll jump up and down when you walk near it. And in case you couldn't see it, there's actually a reddish light inside as well. But this is one of my favorite things. Unfortunately, the only time you'll see this is when people come up to the crosswalk. It's not like some of the other things that you can see them regardless. And then some pumpkins. I got a tarp there. That's just to cover up the sensitive stuff at night so water doesn't get inside. Because I ain't dragging everything inside tonight. So, I managed not to shut off the camera accidentally like I did so many times yesterday. And this is playing the same song again. I must have missed the switch over. So let me see if I can get it this time.
Lightning posts come out to play.
Yep, it's the second one. So that's good. It is rotating. It just saved me 35 bucks. That's one of the projectors I had to replace. One of the other things that is not working properly, I don't know why. It worked fine last year. They just can't do it anymore, you know. I've got some eyes in the window. Last year they were much brighter. I don't know why they're not as bright this year. Sorry, I forgot to point that out earlier. Other than that, we're good. So now that I've done the test for tonight, I have to take in all the electronics, because you don't want electronics out. There's a lot of moisture in the ground here. So projectors are coming in, electronics coming in. And I think it looks so friggin' awesome. I think there's a dark spot here between the skeleton coming out of the ground and the cat. So next year I may turn the cat more towards the street. And maybe get a little more lighting out there. I did pick up some more clearance lighting, so I might string some more of the orange purple lights up this side. And I put up this caution tape, but kids, you know, you want safety first, right? But some just don't get it. The older kids don't get it. They'll start to cut through the yards, and you're gonna say, hey, there's a reason why I have those orange, bright orange rods in the ground saying beware. You know, it doesn't say caution, but oh well. I know this was a long video, but like I said, kind of proud the way it worked out this year. I did have to replace a projector last minute, and to be honest, if I had time, I would have replaced the second one, because I think they just can't do the job anymore. They're up at full power, but they can't do it. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, Halloween. Frankenstein.